Welcome to the T Love Social Media Queen Show. Every man wants some. Even some of these females, let me give you details. His very bottoms turn heads when I walk by. Better come correct. Let me stop playing. This lady, today we're going to be talking about gentrification. Can you guys hold on for a second? And welcome to the T Love Social Media Queen Show. Hey, family. So, this lady says she's suing D.C. for the gentrification that's on the rise in Washington, D.C. What's going to happen in my area, in my city? The white people, the big whiz, the big time ballers are buying D.C. And I don't know who, because I'm not getting up on this video. I'm not doing those circles. I'm not going to do that. White folk, and I'm not racist, hear me out now, they're buying up the property. It may be even you. Hold on for a second. Hold on. So they're buying up the properties in Washington, D.C., in my city. The gentrification that's already set aside. There's a lot of people who had homes they were owning in the city and they really couldn't afford to keep the house and the mortgage up. Those are the ones that either going to be homeless or going to move further out. They're going to be further out D.C., whether it's Frederick, Maryland, or maybe even Colorado or some California, different states of the world, even though California is very expensive. They're going to be in different areas. Hold on for a second. I got a lot of things going on. Hold on. All right, so they're going to be going through a process where they're not going to just kick everybody out so fast. They're going to just maybe give vouchers and maybe move some people in other redevelopments of public housing. But this woman, she is suing D.C. for gentrification. And she said the numbers of the rent is sky high and that she needs to figure out a way to sue. For number one, when you're going up against a city, it's kind of like different from a majority of these states. But if it's a city, city, it will be a little bit harder because D.C. deals with a lot of unnecessary shit, whether it's crime. Here's my thing. When you're dealing with so much at so little of a time, you have to understand one thing, that everything is not going to fall in place like you want it. But let's just move on to this. All right. So everybody from my city, the ones that get stuck there, they may get stuck there because there's no apartments or anything that's going to happen. They're trying to build now like more resources and transitional housing and things for the low income families. But 9 times out of 10, the rent is still going to be high. There are going to be people who losing jobs, more foreclosure, more family members piling up on each other. It's just too much. I told you people a long time ago, if you're living in D.C., it's best you go now. D.C. used to be a huge chocolate city. Even some of the white people would come in the hood and party, But now, it's not the poor white people in D.C. It's the rich white people that's buying up D.C. But the lady, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, I might be getting it misconstrued. She says she's suing. She's probably like a district attorney or she's a lawyer. She says she couldn't even afford to rent herself. So my thing is, don't get trapped, family. If you're in those major cities like Baltimore, Chicago, especially get out of them. Because you're going to get stuck. And then when it's time for you to move, it's gonna be a fall all on you. Let's say, for instance, you apply for another low-income place or another apartment, and you're not able to move right away. You don't have a car. You're gonna be stuck. And then you might have to live with a relative for maybe 1 or 2 years, because the way the District of Columbia works in DC, those housing don't open just fast anymore like they used to. The places doesn't open as fast as they used to. So a lot has changed. But for those who can't afford DC are going to be staying there. Those who are originals or maybe, upscaled not upscaled, lower income, who's known the city all their life, they're going to be shifted out. And people get to them, I ain't going nowhere. Man, fuck this shit, I'm going to be in DC. They're going to kick you out. You thought Berry Farms would last, but it didn't. It's coming a time where they're tearing that down, nigga. Now, let's get back to what's going on in the news. Oh man, whew. Someone else was put in the freezer. Someone else just recently found somebody's body parts in the freezer. I don't know what was body parts. I'm gonna have to get onto that video, but I don't do stories like that too much. But I keep my hands off criminal activity. I don't do stuff. I don't get involved in too many stories. Once I say one story, I leave it alone. Of course, you all know the 15-year-old from Bronx, New York, was stabbed with a machete recently. Just tragic, man. Just don't make sense. These kids dying left and right, man. It breaks my heart because I got teenagers and I couldn't even imagine losing nobody, especially a kid. They're taking precaution because it's some Dominican gang. I'm part Dominican and I felt some kind of way behind that. So, I'm just going to leave that one alone. I just think justice really need to be served. Okay, let's get back to it. So the lady is suing the city for gentrification. If she wins her suit, the city will have to make if she wins her case, we'll have to come to some agreement. But I'm going to tell you, trying to fight the sword, you're going to have to fight, because that city of mine, they got some tricky shit going on. And I'm trying to tell you, man, I don't want to be the one to bake the bit of the bad news, but yeah, just like the people thought that Brentwood Road and all of that shit was going to be forever, they tore Saratoga down. A lot of y'all folks think, it's going to be, no, it's not. They're going to tear that shit down and make some new condos and get your black ass or white ass up out of there. Or wherever race you are. If you can't afford that rent, your ass gone. And they're going to put condos up there and say, nigga, now what? So the lady is suing, and I guess she's going to take precaution. Once she does it, we're going to see how that plays out. I've been telling you people a long time ago, man. Even people from generation before me told you, when you live in the majority cities, it's time to bounce, especially if the crime is written and the rent is high. What are you still sticking there for? It makes no sense. I don't know why everybody, even if you have a stable government job in DC or Chicago or Baltimore or whatever, Jersey, New York, why do you stay in those crime-ridden neighborhoods? In them areas. I don't understand why. I don't understand why you, hold for a sec, stay in those areas. I love my city to death, but time is moving fast. You have to go. You just don't, you sit there and you sit, look, listen, I'm trying to tell you motherfuckers some shit, real shit. Cause that's all I do is do videos from the heart. I don't sugarcoat shit on my videos. And I'm so motherfucking real at what the fuck I do Sometimes I cuss, but I'm still a young lady. I'm still a woman. I'm still a mom. You people who living in these cities, it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. So you got to pack your family up out of it. Have a plan like I did and get your children up out of there because you don't want to be fall by the waistline. I'm trying to tell you. And by this lady, whoever this lady is, she's actually seeing the things that's going on with the poor people, the low income families in the majority of the cities, and she's taking precaution and she's trying to get to sue the city. So only my advice I can say is you're going to put up a fight because there's some things getting ready to hit the scene. Next, I'm going to be talking about the update on the DC missing girls. I know if y'all looked at that video was posted about a year ago. Was it? It got some tremendous views, but I'm going to keep you updated with that. Sex trafficking. I got some videos about that about to come. I'm about to put my shit together, my head together. They say Chicago got one of the biggest organ trafficking going on. Big ups to Anlo Monk and Zillionaire. If you guys not in the know of who these guys are, they making some incredible videos and they pulling out some truth. Go look at their videos. They on point. They do their thing. Anlo Monk is from my city. He tell truth. He tells a lot of truth. So he shouted me out. He represented me recently. And if you people go to his videos, he hit home. Not worse. He hit home better than me with the truth. So if you get around to his videos, and Zillionaire, he's from Philly. Most of these guys, I listen to them, and I'm a female. I'm just starting my videos out. They tell truth. Nothing but the truth. And I don't mind working with serious people. But if the lady was to take precaution, I think she should or should not, because it's going to be put up a fight. And she's going to have to put up a fight. But for the 15-year-old that died with a machete in Bronx, my heart goes out to your family. I have a child like that who's 15. Tragic, man. I hope those dudes that did that shit, I hope they get life with no chance to parole. I hope the judge throw the book at them. It just fucked up, man. What's going on in the news today is crazy, man. I don't want to make no scenes about nothing that's wrong. That's why I had to come to do these videos, man. I had to come in where I'm at to do these videos. Because I know somebody is listening. And thank you all for the 133 subscribers. Bring more, man. Bring more. Because that's all I know how to do is keep it real, keep it G. So DC is definitely under gentrification. If you live there, you got to have a plan because they're kicking us people out. You're going to have to find, Maryland is going to maybe be your next resort. They're going to push you out there, West Virginia, or you're going to Colorado or any other state. That's just what's about to happen. So by this lady doing it, it ain't really going to make sense. She may win or may not win, but it may be some changes. If you look around these cities, they're making redevelopments of new things. We got to take it for what it's worth, family. They're making it they're not making it for our people. So when they say, oh, West Virginia is racist, DC is kind of racist, look around you. Look at all the new buildings that they're building. Gentrification means gentrify. They're gentrifying the place. So I want you guys to subscribe to my channel. I love y'all. Let's keep this going because when you come through and listen to my stuff, you make me grow even more and learn something new every day. I love y'all. Thank y'all for supporting my channel. God bless y'all. And I'm looking forward to talking to all of you soon. Make sure if you subscribe to the channel, please. I'm on speaker. I'm on YouTube. And I'm trying to make a difference. I'm really trying to come out with a American Heart Association event. I want to do that because I am a heart murmur patient. But anyway, though, we'll talk about that later. Guys, enjoy your day. And I love you. T-Love.